The
So
Washington Bullets. What the fuck?
the Wizards. I was about to say the Bullets. They used to be the Bullets, but the Wizards.
Where
So
did the Bullets? I don't.
yeah, they used to be the Bullets, man, back in the day. Then they wanted to go.
Oh,
Then you know what I'm saying. NBA wanted to go. You know, they wasn't PC, so they decided to change them to the Wizards.
what was that? Because I remember the jersey. It was all white, and then it have like a blue stripe, a red stripe, and
So
then another blue.
they still rocking those, but it say Washington across the front.
Okay.
So they actually wearing them right now. So yeah, they did, man. That was those uniforms. I actually got a West Unseld throwback uniform, Washington Bullets. So it's
Word.
pretty. Yeah, man, it was some of the best uniforms, you know, to me back then, back in the day. Some of them throwbacks. So
Shit. The one big travesty in the NBA that has yet to been rectified. I mean, Charlotte got their Hornets back, you know, but New Orleans can't get the motherfucking Jazz back.
that ain't gonna happen. The Utah today, I mean, they got the Pelicans, so they're gonna have to rock with that.
I mean,
But
it's the state bird, understandable, but New Orleans and Jazz that go together.
that's
Utah
right.
and Jazz
Absolutely.
that I don't get it.
Absolutely. Let me man, I just let me get something so I can put this phone on. I didn't have a chance to
Yeah,
um get my laptop out because I rarely even use it. So I'm gonna do something else here. I'm gonna have another little.
ceiling fan spinning round.
All right, let me see if this will work, man. Let me see how
Yeah.
this work. Trying to rig it up a little bit here. Oh man, come on. So I'm gonna have to hold this phone up. All right. Yeah, that should be straight.
Get my chest straight. Word.
Yeah, buddy. All right, cool. I think that's all right. We're probably gonna pop in here and doing all that talking and everything. So,
Word.
yeah, man.
So I got a daggone intro. I'm gonna kick it off real quick.
Okay, that's what's up.
All right. What up, everybody? This your boy B Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Rounds with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I like to thank you, the listener or viewer, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first time listener or viewer, I'd like to thank you all so much for giving my show a try. And if anybody recommended you to me, go ahead and give that person a crisp high five. But if you're scared of the COVID and all the different variants and all the or just germs in general, you don't have to give nobody a high five. You can pick up your social media app of choice, usually on your cellular device or whatever, and you can get your favorite app and you can send that person a DM telling them thank you for recommending you to me. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Rounds with Rob on various social media platforms to include Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at the 3R Show. I just came from Walmart not too long ago. You can find me finding things that don't belong in the alcohol aisle. You can find videos just like this one that you might be watching right now. And on YouTube, if you search for 3R Show, you can find some video game shit on Facebook and Twitch. Search for 3R Show. And for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to randomrob.com and find all kinds of things to help support the show. Another thing that you'll find on randomrob.com is the motherfucking sponsor, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Go to hooksrub.com and you can get 15% off your order if you use promo code RANDOM. Promo code RANDOM at hooksrub.com. Man, get them hooks, rubs, and spices in your mouth, baby. Put it on your ribs. Put it on your green beans, your cauliflowers. It's Thanksgiving time, y'all. You can get it on your beans, greens, tomatoes, ham. You know the damn song. Shit. But anyway, as you can see here, after I gave you my long-winded introduction, that I have a guest Um, Many guests come to me from across the internet. I've been blessed to meet many awesome people from the realm of podcasting and people who also share the love of professional wrestling. So I meet a lot of cool people. This is not one of them. Jokes. Just kidding. But joining me is my man Grizzly over Hizzy, chilling with your boy B Rob. How you doing, sir?
Rob, what's happening, man? How you doing tonight, bruh?
Man, I'm just here. I'm living the life doing man shit. I ain't lifting weights today, but it felt like it because I was lifting a whole bunch of drywall and moving things around and nailing shit on the wall. So I got my workout in.
So you active though? You active? So
Yes.
that's what's up, man. I had to give me a workout in earlier when I got off work. So I hit chest and tries, man. I'm gonna have to change my routine up a little bit, but we might get into that later on. So
Yeah, because I mean, I try every day to work that shit out, but it just don't work out in my favor.
hey, look, you gotta make it work though. We trying to live a long time out here, man. We trying to be healthy and you know
Hell
be
yeah.
with so
So that was one thing that I needed to know because obviously we frequent the same arenas,
right,
Houston Premier Arena and everything for when we watch New Texas Pro and all the fabulous independent wrestling that we got down here in Houston, Texas.
absolutely.
But that's I don't really know you so much outside of the arena.
Right.
So first question for me is damn, where's the hell is you from? Because I know you ain't from around here.
Man, I am from Memphis, Tennessee. Very proudly from Memphis, Tennessee. Man, I've lived around the world, but that is my home. My mom still lives there. My sisters, I still got cousins, friends there that I grew up with. So man, I'm a Memphian.
Memphian. That's
Yeah,
the wow. I never knew that's what they called you. A Memphian.
Memphian, man, Memphian.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's better than some other places I heard. Floridian. Do that sound right? Floridian.
Nah,
That's all
nah,
right. Sound like a fish. You can go catch me some Floridian.
for sure, man, for sure.
But like, so born and raised there or whatever. I mean, you wind up joining the military, correct? Air Force, right?
Yeah, so I joined the Air Force, man. I'm a bit of an older guy. I joined the Air Force back in 2002. So did that, man. I was very fortunate. Only did 4 years, so man, I got to see some stuff. I went to Italy. That was my first base, man, and it just like really opened my eyes. It was my first time going overseas, so that was a great experience. Probably the most fun 2 years of my life was going to Italy. And then they sent me to this small town called Columbus, Mississippi. So I was stationed there. Columbus was fine. It was a 2.5 hour drive to Memphis. So every other weekend, with the schedule I was working, every other weekend I would go home. I would see my mom. I would see my sisters, see family and stuff like that. And then I did only deployed once. I deployed to Kuwait. I did a 6 month deployment there. Absolutely the hottest place I've ever been, man.
Oh boy.
I was there from March till I think we left in September. And I still have a picture to this day of a thermostat that we took a picture of, and it read 138.
Dude.
And not only are you dealing with the heat, you're dealing with sandstorms, the sand piercing your skin. Yeah, man, but Kuwait is a beautiful place. Like
Yeah.
for back then, I'm pretty sure the base has grown, now, from where it was back when I was there. But like if you get out and go downtown and go to the malls and stuff like that, Kuwait is actually it is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, no, the only thing I really know about outside of the fobs and all that shit is damn they got a Nestle Crunch factory out there, and I know the cooks they had to end with some contractors that would go out and they'd go bring back some cereal and shit. And I'd be sitting there eating Cocoa Puffs and all kind of other Nestle Crunch cereals with goddamn goat milk and shit.
Oh yeah, the goat milk is prevalent, man. The goat milk. You got the dates. I don't know if you ever had dates,
Hmm.
but they remind me of raisins in texture. You know what I'm saying? So That was my first time ever having dates was when I went to Kuwait. I've gone back overseas to work, being outside of the military, but that's kind of another story. But
Which-
yeah, dates, they're really
let me bring back a little bit because you said your first duty station was in Italy, right? So you were what, about 19, 20 years old going to Italy?
and I was actually 22. I
Okay.
joined the military when I was 21.
Okay.
And by the time I got to Italy, I had already turned 22. So I had lived life a little bit, man. I had worked 2 jobs. I had tried to go to college. None of that stuff was working. So what really made me go to the military was my younger cousin. He's like a year younger than me. He went in probably like 6 months before I did, and he came back home, on leave before he went to California to his duty station. He was stationed at Travis Air Force Base.
Yeah.
So we chopped it up. We just had a nice little long conversation. And the day after that, I went to the recruiter. And man, the rest, as they say, is history. So
Oh, so did your man get the points for putting you in though?
no, no, nothing like that. Nah. And it's funny because I actually posted a picture last not yesterday, but last Thursday. It was a throwback Thursday, and this was back in '02, and it was me. I was just got back from basic training in tech school. I was doing recruiters assistance, and I was in my cousin's their family's cleaners in Arkansas. And that cousin that I was standing next to, his younger brother is the one that I was just talking about that went into the Air Force, and the one that went to California, and the one that I don't want to say he talked me into it, but
Yeah.
we
He
was
put you
just
on the path.
right, right, right. He kind of lead me towards that way, man. And I'm really, to be honest, I'm really grateful for the Air Force. And I was just telling the coworker this the other day because, dude, if it wasn't for the Air Force, I don't know where I would be in life right now. Because that was like kind of like my kickstart into my adulthood. For real, like I said, I had work jobs and stuff like that, but and tried to go to college. But once I got into the Air Force, it was just like a whole nother world. Just it was just, man, just different. So
Yeah. I mean, shit. So you came in 2002 and probably about I was already 2 years and some change in about
okay,
that time. So
okay,
it was like I was gearing up to go to Kuwait.
okay. So
And
you old head like me then?
oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Uh, I can't see these grays, man.
Man, no, because you got your shade. Mine coming through. Mine be coming through here, man. I don't mind it though. So
Yeah. But I don't know, man. That's exactly right cuz it was a lot different for me cuz leaning toward the military was like it's a big thing in my family. My father, my brothers, all kind of shit like that. So I grew up around it
right, right.
and everything.
Yeah.
So when it came to shit right off the graduation stage, right on the goddamn bus, on the
Woo.
plane, and I was gone.
Oh man,
You
see, now
know?
it took me a few years to get there. after I graduated high school, it took me a few years to get there. Ooh, but see, that's some people like that though, man. They do that. They straight from high school right on the basic training, and then you got a lot of them that are somewhat prepared for it because they go through ROTC in high school. So
Mhm.
you know they kind of prepare for it. Me, I wasn't prepared for it. I never took ROTC in high school, man. I had no desire to join the Air Force, anything like that when I was in high school.
You know
Uh,
what? I did 2 years of ROTC,
okay.
and you needed to do 3 to get a Letterman jacket. But I was just like, fuck it. Why don't I try it out to see, get a little taste and everything? And then I looked fly in the alphas and shit. So I mean,
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, man. So yeah, it's different though, man. It ain't for everybody. I can
nah.
say that.
I tell you, I went to Air Force Base when I was in, and it's just vastly Air Force is way different than the Marine Corps and shit. It's
Yeah,
just even in the chow hall. I'm going in there, I get my tray and I sit
right,
down and I'm getting ready to go throw my shit in the trash like I normally do. And then
right.
this cleaner lady come around and try to take my tray, and I'm like, hey, leave my tray alone.
Yeah, bro. It's a different vibe, man. I remember working with Army cats, and they would be like, "Man, the Air Force, man, y'all got it made, man. Y'all stay in hard buildings and yada yada yada, man. Air Force, y'all got it made." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, yeah, I guess you could say that." You
Guess you
know,
should have scored high on your ASVAB player.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't even know why I picked the Marine Corps. It was just like because my daddy was in the army, my
Okay,
brother was in the army. I think a lot of the people that was in the military is more. I think it's more of us in the army than
gotcha,
anything else. And I was
gotcha.
just like, it was a similar thing. A guy I knew from high school came back, got to put the bug in my ear or whatever, and I was like, fuck it, you know.
And it's not a bad move. And I tell some of the youth of today, like, if you're kind of undecided on what you want to do with your future, I mean, shoot, of course I'm biased towards the Air Force
Yeah,
because that's the branch I was in. But I'm like, yeah, try to, join the military and, at least kind of give you a start and a foundation. And then, decide where you want to go from there. If you want to stay in, cool. If you want to get out, cool. So,
I, I honestly think it should be like mandatory. At least 2 years for everybody. Of age.
yeah, I wouldn't go that far, but, I still think you should have your choice if you want to go in or not. But
Nah, motherfucker, take that choice away.
you want the draft to come back and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying that from the other side or whatever. I didn't went
Right.
through the fire and shit and retired and all kind of stuff. And I was like, you motherfuckers, you need to
Yeah.
get your punk asses out there. Especially because if they make it mandatory, they won't call my old ass back.
Right. They ain't gonna call us back, though. We done
Yeah.
did our they ain't gonna call us back.
Yeah, they don't want me anywhere. My knees and back all chewed up and shit.
Hey, me too. Look, that's a part of the reason. Like we kind of got into it a little bit earlier, but like I went to the VA yesterday and talked to my chiropractor, and he was telling me like, cause I have like bulging discs in my what I think he said my L4, my L5,
Mhm.
and he was like, look. He was like, I know you working out and all that, and you about getting big. He like, but I need you to cut some weight. That way you can kind of relieve some of that pain
Mhm.
your lower back, which I already knew that. You know, he was kind of telling me stuff I already knew, but yeah, man, that doggone the back. I hurt my back when I was in the military. So,
Well, shit, how the hell you did that?
huh?
How the hell you did that?
And just honestly, I was playing. What was I? I was playing basketball.
The
Um,
goddamn silent killer right there. You know what? We can go to Afghanistan, Iraq, and Kuwait,
yeah,
and Egypt, and all these other places, and kick ass and jump off of trucks
right.
and all kind of shit. But get on that goddamn basketball court, woof, murder.
That's really where I aggravated it, and then just from the years of toting them big old A bags and what I'm saying, them heavy backpacks and all that stuff. So I think that had something to do with it as well.
Boy, that's why my knees and my back and my shoulder jacked up because of playing motherfucking basketball.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Man,
Yeah, I mean, it too.
dislocated my shoulder, didn't even fucking know it.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it, it'll fix itself.
Bro. Nah, it won't, man. I'd have been in physical therapy and, like I said, chiropractor now. So yeah, dude, I'm trying to do whatever I can to avoid surgery.
Yeah,
Um, because everybody I know, man, that's had a back surgery hasn't had just one. They had multiple.
multiple, yeah.
Even my uncle, man, my uncle had back surgery, another back surgery last month. Um, he this has got to be like his seventh or eighth in like at least a 10 span. So I'm like, I'm trying to do whatever I can to prevent having any type of back surgery. So
Word. Yeah, yeah, because like people will do the surgeries and they'll get the joint putting it back, the little stimulator joint, the little electrode shit.
mhm.
I ain't trying to hear it. The only thing that I would welcome if I had to do it or whatever is like if I lost, a limb or some shit, God forbid, and I'm knocking on wood. I
Right.
wouldn't mind getting one of them prosthetics. Them shit's cool, man. They got Bluetooth and everything, man. I can play Wii on my shit.
Look at this. They said we. uh,
But I hope to God that don't ever happen. But
yeah.
you talking about lifting weights and all this other stuff or whatever. Is that something you picked up when you joined the military, or something that you already been doing and all kind of shit like that,
So as far as my love for lifting,
which you can find on Instagram?
sir. Grizzly Grey Gainz on Instagram and Grizzly Grey Gainz on Twitter. So yeah, y'all can check out my videos if you need any workout plans. Just shoot me a DM as well. You know, I do workout plans. If you in the Houston area, I do personal training sessions as well. So, you know, hey, if you're trying to get in shape, whatever your goals are, you're trying to gain weight, lose weight, muscle, whatever, just get at me. Um, but my passion, so and I'll go back to high school a little bit because I was always intimidated, right? They talk about that gym intimidation, I think is what it's called,
Mhm.
where you know you just go to the gym and you're like you think people are looking at you and you don't know what
Yeah.
you're. So I always had like even throughout high school, like even though I played sports in high school and stuff, I just like that weight room, man, was just always a fear of mine. And even joining the military, my first few years, I never lifted weights. And it was that deployment in Kuwait when
Hmm.
I linked up with a bunch of guys. And keep in mind, this back in the day, like we didn't have FaceTime, we didn't have iPhones, we didn't have none of that, bro. We had calling cards, we had payphones.
Boy.
You know, we had stuff like that. So, only thing that was really for us to do is to go to work, go to sleep, go to the chow hall and eat, and lift weights. So I hooked up with a bunch of guys that I worked with. They kind of took me under their wing and showed me, you know, how to lift weights. So I did that, and that was like the year before I got out the Air Force. So I was lifting weights all the way up until probably about 4 months after I got out. After that point, man, I had just fell off. I fell off for years, for probably like 3 or 4 years. I was eating bad. I was eating pancakes.
Hey man,
All,
don't be talking about no pancakes being bad, man. Come on now.
I'm drinking Hawaiian punch. I'm
All
just
right.
my diet is horrendous. So I'll never forget. I got a overseas contracting job. Right, this was back in 2011. I got an overseas contracting job, and my homeboys in Memphis they threw me a going away party. So we took a picture, and it's four of us. And my beard wasn't as big as it is now, so you could really see my face. And I we took the picture, and I saw it, and my face and my stomach was just it was terrible. My stomach was out, my face was fat. I was like, oh hell no. I, I said I can't do this. I was 203 pounds. I had never been that big before in my life.
Mhm.
I know 203 pounds don't sound big, but for
It
me
de- yeah,
that was
because
big.
it depends on your height as well. So
Yeah. So for me that was big. So um they had us out in training in Virginia for that job. You know, before we went overseas, we had to go train. So I said, okay, from this point on, I'm I'm on the mission, right? So I started. We would stand at this hotel. I would go to the gym every day. We would come back from training. I would go to the gym. I would hit the treadmill. I would do 30 minutes on the treadmill. I would lift light weights, but nothing really too serious because my main goal was to get this fat off me.
mhm.
Went to the job overseas. I was in this country called Oman. I don't know if you ever heard of Oman. Some people have, some
Mhm.
people, but went over there. My first 6 months, I dropped. I went from 203 to about 170, 175. Drop, just drop weight. I came back home on vacation. I came back to Memphis. Like I said, about 6 months later, and people were like, "Dude, you dropped a lot of weight, man. You dropped like." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I was on a mission. Like, I had to get this weight off me. So I got down about 170, 175. Then I started lifting weights. Right, Started lifting weights. I was in the weight room. I was serious. Got back up to the same weight, 203, but
But
it was
muscles.
muscle, huh?
But muscles, yeah.
So even now, like right now, I weigh like I think 205 right now.
Oh,
Uh,
you can get on 205 live.
nah, bro, I can't wrestle, man. I got these bulges and this, man. I can do whatever else. I can do whatever else in wrestling, man. I can try my hand in anything else, but I can't be taking too many bumps like that. But yeah, bro. So that's pretty much what kind of got me. And then I started seeing results. And there's a saying that once you start seeing the results, it becomes a habit or becomes addicting.
Mhm.
And it's true. It really is, man. Like once you get in there and once you start seeing results, like, oh man, I'm losing weight. Oh man, I'm cutting up, or I'm bulking up. I'm putting on the mass I want to put on. Then you're like, okay, that's when it really gets to going. You don't want to miss a day, um, even though you do want to miss a couple of days
Oh
because you do.
yeah.
That's A lot of people don't realize that, but that recovery that's when your muscles grow. That's when your body repairs itself. So you definitely want to recover. That was one of my mistakes too when I first started working out. Like I ended up plateauing on flat bench where I was benching. I could bench like 300, and then it was just dropping like 290, 275, and I was just struggling. And I talked to one of my homeboys, and he had been lifting forever, for years, and he said, "Well, how many days a week you work out?" And I said 6. He said, "That's why." He said, "Bro, get
Six.
yeah." He said, "Take you some rest day." Only day I was taking off was Sunday. I was working out Monday through Saturday lifting. And he said, "Bro, you need to get you some rest and get you some recovery, and then that'll help with that plateau." So
Yeah.
ever since now, I take about 2 days a week off. So
Okay.
yeah,
Uh, my I went on deployment one time, and I was in that similar situation to where that's all we had to do: eat,
yeah,
sleep, and just daily task and whatnot. And
right,
I would go to the gym every other day, so it was just
okay,
like day on, off, day
right,
on, off, day on, off. Just that was my whole routine for 6 months. And I went out to the desert. I think about 178, 180 or something like
okay,
that. And I came back 210.
got
And that was the biggest I ever been muscly in my life or whatever, because I'm just normally a lean little dude.
right,
And it was just like my wife seen the difference.
right,
And it was
yeah,
just like I remember that 6 months being just like prison, because I mean that's all we had to do was work out and go to work and sleep and all
right,
kind of crap like that. But when
right,
I got home and everything, that's kind of when it all unraveled and everything, because you got all of your vices and everything. The wife want to go here, and then you kind of falling off your schedule, and then
yeah.
you're just like, I don't feel like doing this shit today, and it's just
It's easy to get out of it, bro.
Mhm.
It's easy to get out of that habit. So yeah, man, but it just take discipline, and once you keep that discipline up, man, and keep it going, you'll be good to go.
Yeah,
So yeah,
man. I've been doing my little home. I call them closet workouts, because I do that shit in the closet. I go I go in the closet in the bedroom over there, and
yeah,
I'll get up before my wife
okay,
and everything, and so I won't wake her up, because it's our bedroom, the bathroom, and then the closet is on the other side of the bathroom. So I
right,
would wake up early, and I would go in the closet, and I'll bang out as many push-ups as I could in the
right,
closet. And then I got
right,
a couple of free weights in there, and I do a couple sets of them, you
right,
know, and then I go about the day. And that was just kind of like maintenance and
right,
everything to keep everything together and
yeah,
whatnot. And so when the schedule changed and everything to where I didn't have to wake up as early and whatnot, I still did my shit in the closet.
yeah,
It's just familiarity, routine, habit.
yeah. Long I look at it like this: long as you're doing something,
Mhm.
uh, and staying active, because man, like if you don't, it's just so much harder. Because a lot of people don't even realize, like you go to the hospital for this and for that. But a lot of it, the doctor gonna tell you, hey, diet and exercise.
Mhm.
That cures a lot of stuff, you
Mhm.
know, like physically wrong with you. Man, I got a friend of mine, back home, and he's had some health issues and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, you gotta start working out, man. You gotta, cut back on this, cut back on that, cut back on the negative stuff, and just, drink more water, you know, go for a walk. If you can't get a gym membership, knock out some push-ups, stuff like that. So just be active, because like I said, I just seen way too many people that's about my age, maybe a little bit
Just
older,
poof.
health and health stuff wrong with them. So yeah, that's just me though. That's just what I see. So
Yeah, man. Because my goal was like, I didn't want to get huge again, but I just wanted to be, in shape. I wanted to be actively in shape. So
right,
it was like, it got to a point to where I started off just doing, 30 push-ups a day.
gotcha.
And then, after that, after I got used to doing that 30, I bump it up to what, like 50. And then
Yeah,
after that, I bumped it up. Eventually I was able to do well over 100 push-ups in a setting, just,
yeah,
every day, and that was just like kind of like a goal for me. I was like, I just want to see if I can do 100 push-ups and
Right.
whatnot. Then after
Yeah.
that, that's when I started incorporating, weights and
Yeah.
all kind of junk. And then I hurt my shoulder, and then I was like, "Fuck this couch! I ain't doing this shit no more."
The injuries happen.
Mhm.
Man, that's how I messed my sciatica nerve up. I was box squatting 315 and I was doing drop sets. So I dropped down to 225 and I got to like my fifth rep and I just felt that pop in my back. And yeah, I racked the weight back up and yeah, it was bad, man. That pain shooting down my left leg and I was like, man, I would go somewhere and my wife would get frustrated. She would be like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, my leg hurting. My lower back hurting. Like I couldn't stand for longer than 10 minutes. And I'm like, hey, I gotta go back to the car. I
Man,
got
and
so we,
man, if you was in Walmart, you should have got you the scooter, man. Just
you know what? She said that too, and I didn't get it though. Yeah, I didn't get it, bro. But she did, she said that, man. And I was like, nah, I said I'm gonna tough it out. You know how we are, man.
yeah, yeah. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in now, because I'm trying to tough it out.
Yeah, yeah.
But damn, do you enjoy shopping with your old lady?
She know I don't. She know I do not. So I let her go. I'm fortunate though, man. Since we moved here, like her family's here.
Okay.
Um, so
You
she
go, yeah, y'all go handle that.
yeah, so out with her mom and her son. Yes, baby, yes.
It's just like I don't mind going. I'll go clothes shopping or something like that with my old lady. But damn, if we go to the grocery store, I'm just like, man, just give me a list and I'll go do the shit. Because going to the
Right.
store with her is just like, she's looking at shit, then she gotta think about it and then look it up on the phone, and I'm just standing there like I'm like Mortal Kombat and shit. It was like finish him and shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You right, man. I just
But when
nah.
you leave the shopping to me, it's just like meat and freaking snacks.
Yeah,
That's my go-to. I know what meat to get, I know what snacks to get or whatever
right,
for work.
right.
Damn, if she give me the list or she go to the store, it's just like looking for exotic shit or whatever. It's just like, I need some Tarragoon beef. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Let's
And
see.
I'm sitting here, I'm looking on the app, I'm asking goddamn customer service, where the hell the Tarragoon beef at?
They like what?
And I was like, man, I hate going to the store for you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I ask her to see, like, if I'm out and about and I'm like at Kroger or somewhere like that, and I'm like, hey, just send me a list of everything of what you need, what you want me to pick up. And then, I'll pick up what I want and we kind of just, meet in the middle like that.
So what a lot of people think you just go to the gym and you just pick up a whole bunch of heavy shit and put it down and then you get muscles or whatever. But the most important part of being fit, being in shape is the diet, right?
Yeah, yes. The nutrition, there's levels to it. We talk,
Levels to this shit.
yeah, we talk about picking up the heavy weights, like, nah, it's levels to it. But that nutrition, man, it is key. It is so key what you eat. Um, when you eat it, stuff like even supplements you take, that stuff is key. I usually tell people all the time. Now, this is my thing that I like to tell everybody, right? No matter, well, I don't want to say no matter what your goals are, but you ideally want to eat 6 times a day.
Mhm.
But this is what I mean by that. People get intimidated when I say that. Like, oh my God, I can't eat 6 times a day. No, that's not what I mean. I don't mean 6 whole meals a day.
Yeah, yeah. You ain't talking about a rack of lamb and then turn
Right,
around and eat a pork roast and nah.
right. So I'm like, okay, you had your regular breakfast, whatever that is, egg whites, oatmeal, turkey bacon, whatever, just giving examples. And then had you a snack, had you a protein bar, had you a protein shake, had you a salad, something like that. Then have your lunch, then have, your snack, then have your dinner. That's it. That's fine. And it's funny because like at work, my coworkers, they mess with me all the time. They're like, man, you always eating. Like I'm
Yeah,
like,
you is.
oh, yeah, you saw me. You saw me at the New Texas Pro Show. So, fam, I'm always eating. I gotta because you don't want your body feeding off itself, man. You want
Mhm.
your body feeding off some type of food, some type of nutrient, some type of something.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Because usually what from what I understand is like if your body go into like starvation mode, start eating off itself and whatnot, that leads to like bloating and all kind of other stuff, right?
Yeah. You definitely don't want that, man. It's like you definitely got to give your body something to eat out to eat, some nutrients to get. So yeah, bro.
Word.
That that is key. That is so. A lot of people don't realize how important. You can't. It's another saying too. What is it? You can't outwork a bad diet. I think that's how it goes. Like you can work out all day long, but if your diet is crap, if you eating McDonald's and Burger King and
Mhm.
Whataburger, all that, yeah,
That's
you
them,
not.
that's them dirty gains.
Yeah, bro, you're not gonna outwork that. Even though I love Whataburger, man, that's one thing I do love since I moved to Houston. Whataburger has become my go-to. Like on my days where I lift heavy,
Hmm.
I Whataburger, and I'll grab just like a burger and some fries just to get them calories and them carbs in me to help me push through that heavy weight. See, a lot of people don't
Word.
realize that either. That like on your heavy days, if you lift the heavy, man, if you eat you some carbs and dude get you some calories, yeah, that helps you push through on those days. So
Word. Because, dude, it's just like I don't. I mean, I have a drink,
okay,
here and there, but it's mostly like now, I didn't got with my old lady here. It's just like I'm drinking wine and shit, so I ain't
yeah,
drinking heavy like I used to.
yeah,
But other than that, it's just water,
right.
Gatorade, maybe, and water. This is all I drink, man.
I like the Gatorade Zeros because they don't have they had zero sugar.
Hmm.
You got to kind of watch out for the regular Gatorades. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you was just talking about alcohol. One of the things with alcohol is beer. Like
Oh,
beer,
fuck that shit. I don't drink that shit.
bro. Beer will give you a gut, bro.
Oh yeah, you be walking around looking like Titus O'Neil and shit.
Oh man, come on, chill out, man. Chill
That
out,
belly band, it's just like muscly and shit, and just poof.
man. Chill out, man. Titus do a lot of good, man. He do a lot of
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I don't know. You do a lot of what good Budweisers. That's what it looked like. But yeah, man, it's just I what I don't even. This is what fucked me up. Is that discipline shit that you was talking about.
Right,
So it's just I try for the better part of anything. I try to eat healthy.
yeah,
And the snacks even that I get for work or whatever, I get like granola bars and
right,
things like that. Some cashews, some a mixed variety of nuts or whatever.
right.
And that's what I would eat during the week, during the day and whatnot. And then on the weekends, because I'm off my schedule because I'm off of work. I tried not to step out of that same rotation like
Right.
throughout the week. But damn, that lady of mine, we got a young in here. So
Okay.
damn, she buy house snacks for the
Mm,
kid, and daggone, she's like, "Oh, I got you this damn 28 pack of Twix and shit." I was like, first off, thank you. Secondly, did I ask you for this shit? you know, and it's
yeah,
like, do you see me normally walking around eating Twix and shit? I mean, you see me eating granola bars and grass and shit or whatever, and you gonna. So
I know.
now I'm sitting here fucking hanging drywall in the garage eating Twix and shit. Got a Twix in my back pocket. I was like, you motherfucker, why'd you
Yeah,
do this?
I feel it. I got a 5-year-old niece, man, and I'm surprised she hadn't came in the room now and tried to get on the camera. But um, when she comes and visits, man, she has, oh man, it's like her mom, they get my wife, they get her all kind of candy, and then it's in there on the counter and on the table, and I'm like, God, dog, like they
Mhm.
just had Snickers in there, and of course I had to get some Snickers.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be perfect. Like you don't have to eat
Yeah.
every day. You do want to have like a cheap meal or something like
Mhm.
that, you know. But
I
yeah,
just
dude.
had some Patty's pudding.
And I early at work, dog. Yeah, I had something like early at work.
Yeah. And then the benefit of eating cleaner and healthier or whatever is like, man, I hate when I go to the bathroom and them smells be coming out of me, bro. And I was just like, I don't like this shit. Because it's different. If you eating
Yeah,
like greasy, junky, nasty food or whatever, you go in there and that you just like fuck, I need a gas mask. But
And
if you eating cleaner and healthier, man, it's just like that shit just slide right out of you, and it's just like no smell, and you gone.
it's like it blogs you down. Like
Mm.
eating bad all the time, it blogs you down where
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying, if you eating healthy and clean, you feel better and your body feels better.
Especially if you eating good, like clean or whatever, or healthier. Once you get something like a bad snack or something greasy or something in there, your body immediately would tell you. It's like, hey, player,
Right.
what's this?
Or sometimes your body will reject it, man. Like
Yeah,
you'll throw it up or whatever. So your
yeah,
body
or shoot it out.
right. Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure.
And I just hate that feeling. I don't like that shit whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
that's why I be mad when I'm sitting there. It's like, God damn it, I'm eating these Twix, and I know what's gonna happen later.
But see, like even at the show, like when you saw me eating,
Mhm,
like I had the gummy bears, you know what I'm saying? But I had a protein bar too. And
mhm,
Nick Irene, man, from Wrestle Wave or Rave, I'm sorry, Wrestle Rave.
mhm.
And he was like, "Damn, you gotta get that protein in," because he was sitting behind me. I said, "Bro, I'm so hungry, dog." I said, I'm hungry. I always feel like I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I had to bring snacks, bro. I have to.
Hmm. And that's the thing about it. It's just like when you feed that machine, it's just like you can't stop.
Yeah.
But we done talked about eating junk food and taking nasty shits and whatnot. Uh, when did you first come across professional wrestling? Because I mean, I've been a lifelong fan and whatnot or whatever. When did it first come across your radar?
Woo! So let's go back a long time, man. My late grandmother, um, man, God rest her soul, she got me into wrestling. I've been in the wrestling fan since I was 5 years old. Um, I used to go visit her on weekends and for the summer. She lived in Arkansas. She lived about maybe an hour from where I live in Memphis. And man, my granny, she got me into wrestling, and um, I think the first wrestling match I ever remember seeing was I think it was the Hart Foundation, but I can't remember who they were wrestling. But it was Brett and it was Jim the Anvil. And I'm kind of getting off the subject a little bit, but Jim the Anvil actually later on, he was like my neighbor. He was wrestling in Memphis, and he
What?
right well he was my next door neighbor. He lived
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the building right across from me. And every time I see him, man, I would talk to him, man. He was cool as a fan. And so, rest in peace to the Amble as well. But my granny, man, she got me into it. She loved We used to get Memphis wrestling all the time. So
Mhm.
I grew up on Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett, Coco Beware. I actually met Coco Beware years ago, man. This had to be like 98, 99.
Mhm.
Um we was on a FedEx shuttle bus because he was working at FedEx, but he was also still wrestling in the Memphis territory. And I met him on the FedEx shuttle bus. But I grew up with all that, man. And everybody came through Memphis before they went to the WWF. So like my all-time favorite wrestler, Macho Man Randy Savage, he came through Memphis. Ravishing Rick Rude, Hogan, King Kong Bundy, Jimmy Hart, the Rock used to be Flex Cavana. He came through. He was Flex Cavana in Memphis. He came through there before he went to the WWF. So Memphis was kind of in a way a developmental for the WWF, kind of like how OVW was.
Mhm.
Who else? Who Florida Championship Wrestling, something along those lines.
Mhm.
So this was back in, and I'm kind of going back to when I got into it, but this was like back in '85. So like I said, I was 5 years old. Um, my granny got me into it, and man, I just became hooked. I was hooked as a child. I was hooked on pro wrestling. I was hooked on basketball. I was hooked on football. And as the years went on, it never got out of my system
Mhm.
being a pro wrestling fan, bro. Even leading into the '90s, when early '90s, I guess it was early to mid '90s when business was down for like WWF and WCW. Man, I was still a
Yeah.
fan. Um, and then you had the Attitude Era come on, which everything boom blew up, and I feel like everybody was a wrestling fan then. Um, and everything like that. So yeah, back when I was 5 years old, man, I that's when I became a wrestling fan. So it goes
Dude,
back that
one
far.
one of the people that you brought up in that list of names that you were shooting out or whatever, Coco motherfucking Beware. That dude was a goddamn murderer, dog. Them freaking drop kicks, them goddamn brain busters, bruh. Fuck.
He he got a. If you go on YouTube, there's a video of him in Memphis wrestling. I don't know what he was going against some local dude. I don't want to call him a jobber or nothing like that, but
He beat the shit out that dude.
everybody. But man, Coco, I was like, man, he must owe Coco money or something, cause Coco like just beat the hell out of him.
Yes, I seen
So
that. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, bro, and I was there like that night, back in Memphis, man. It was a cage match. It was Jerry Lawler versus Austin Idol, and Tommy Wildfire. It was a hair versus, I think it was hair versus hair, and Tommy Rich, hid under the ring the whole night. He hid under the ring. So when the ref took his bump, here come Tommy Rich ass from underneath the motherfucking ring. They pile drove Lawler, man. They beat the shit out of him. The referee got up, count 1, 2, 3. They shaved Lawler head. Motherfuckers was trying to climb over the cage to get to Rich and Austin Idol and Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman was managing both of them, or he was probably dangerously back then.
Yeah.
So they tried to get out, bro. Man, the whole crowd like they had to hurry up and run out of the arena. But that's how big Lawler was in Memphis, bro. When Jerry Lawler was the king of Memphis, no cap, that man was the king of Memphis, bro. And dude, that crowd just, bro, Idol and Rich, if they had to run out of there, man, they would have got mobbed. And as a kid, I was just like, man, I can't believe Lawler. I can't believe Rich was under the ring all day, and I can't believe Lawler. And they posted him. They took one each side of his leg and pulled it into the ring post, and man, they cut Lawler hair in the middle of the ring, bro. And as a kid seeing it, I just couldn't believe it, because I was, like I said, I was a Jerry Lawler fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, yeah, it was.
I just like thinking about that story and that experience, bro. And I'm looking at what we have now as far as professional wrestling, and it will never be like that again.
Nah,
Man. Unless you do something absolutely heinous, because like people kind of know how the sauce is made, the secret sauce is made now. So
right.
it's just like, unless you do something completely heinous, like for real, that's the only way you would get a reaction like that. But I mean, nowadays you never have anything remotely close to that.
It'll never be like it was back then.
Mhm.
At least I don't think it will be.
Yeah, I mean for good reason, at some point, but
Right, exactly.
yeah, because we hear these stories now about how the old guard or whatever, the older wrestlers talk about how the young talent we have now is just like, oh, a bunch of bitches and all kind of stuff because they want to sit back and play video games instead of snorting coke and drinking beer,
But did they play cards and dominoes and stuff?
It's the same shit. It's just they had the technology that was readily available to them at the time.
It's just trying to pass time, man, and entertain yourself.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Now, if you could play come on, man. I know you was in the military, so yeah, I know spades come around any kind of time or whatever. If you was to play a game of spades or whatever, who would you pick as a partner, professional wrestler?
Ooh, I don't know. I haven't played spades with a professional wrestler.
No, I'm saying if you could pick anyone to play spades with to be your partner or whatever, who you think would be a good partner for you?
Who I'm gonna pick, and after I tell you who I'm gonna pick, you're gonna say it make a lot of sense. Man, look, I'm going with Ron Simmons.
You goddamn right. I was gonna say the same shit.
I'm going with Farouk, dog. Ron Simmons, man. Damn. That's what I'm rocking with. Me and Ron.
Yeah. That was the first thing that came to my head when I thought of the question, too.
Yep.
You better not cut his book either, man, or he fuck you up. That's your partner.
We're gonna put your ass in the damn dominator through the table.
Oh man. I think I was thinking either him or JBL. That would be a cool motherfucker to have as a spades partner or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of it. That's the only two people that come to my mind. I can't even really think of nobody else. I think to play a game of dominoes with would be cool to play maybe Mark Henry.
Right.
or
Man,
whatever.
so long, bro. Me and my uncle used to play all the time when I lived in Memphis. But I ain't played dominoes in years, man.
It wasn't really my thing, but I used to like to be around the table when they talk shit or whatever.
Right. And see, like my uncles, and when like I'm talking uncles, I'm talking about my granny's brothers.
Hmm.
Bro, ain't no way I'll play with them.
Hell nah.
I ain't no way I'm playing with them OGs right there, bro. I ain't messing with them.
Now, damn, when you get down here to Houston and whatnot, you're getting used to the lay of the land and whatnot. How did you stumble upon New Texas Pro or just the independent scene around here in general?
Ooh, good question. So we moved to Houston last year, my wife and I. And man, I didn't really know nothing about nothing. We moved from Delaware. Um, I was kind of hip to the indie scene there. I actually did some. I did a ring announcing gig up there. I had ended up doing also like I was kind of like a manager slash bodyguard for my man's Isaiah Frazier, and my guy. I did the ring announcing for Franco Varga, for his promotion up there in Delaware. And like I said, we moved here, and I know I'm kind of getting off a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to give you the backdrop before I got to
Hmm.
Houston and stuff. So we moved down here to Houston, man. I didn't really know too much about nothing as far as the wrestling went, the wrestling scene. And I ended up going to a Texas All-Star wrestling show. It was right at Greens Point. I stayed not too far from Greens Point when we first moved here. So went to a Texas All-Star wrestling show. My homeboy Brandon, he was training with them. And he also went to the Fitness Connection at Greens Point. That's how I met him.
That's the only thing they got in that mall.
Yeah. I mean, I would think the mall was abandoned, you know what I'm saying? But they was like, no, it's stores in there that's open. I'm like, damn, that motherfucker look abandoned and shit. But anyway, went to their show. That's the first time I met BK, Brian Keith, which is the new Texas Pro Heavyweight Champion currently. And
Who hails from Greens Point?
right. So I met BK, um, and ended up I think I started following him. Actually, no, I started following him on IG before I even met him. I don't know how the hell I found out about him, but I just started following him on IG.
Mhm.
So through him, I kind of found out about the new Texas Pro shows, and I was like, man, let me go and check one of these out. So I reached out to their page. I'm like, the new Texas Pro Instagram page. So I was asking about tickets and stuff like that, and went and bought tickets and went to my first show. I think it was Astro World. Back
I
in
was there.
That was my first show, and I saw Chris Bay was gonna be there, so I knew who
Yeah.
Chris Bay. I didn't really know besides BK. I didn't really know nobody else. I didn't know Mysterious Q. I didn't know
Mhm.
Dino. I didn't know Calvin Tankman. I didn't know Nasty Cole. I didn't know none of them cats. So it was just cool. Then I'm like, Chris Bay came out on the crutch. I'm like, damn, he ain't even wrestling tonight. All that shit. So, but that show got me hooked. The Astro World show.
Mhm.
So from there, went to the next show. I can't remember what it was called. Forgive me. Um, and then I ended up going to Tampa for a show in Tampa. I think it was Texas Till I Die or When I Die or
Yeah.
something. So I ended up going to Tampa, going to that show. And then just from there, man, I just been going to every new Texas Pro show that they're having just because I love the product. Kiefer's great, man. Kiefer is
Mhm.
stand-up guy. Um, and then everybody that works that promotion, dude, like there's in my opinion, there's not a bad match. Like when I go to the show, like dude, everybody puts on,
Yeah.
everybody go in on those shows. So I just fell in love with the product, man. I just fell in love with the promotion. You got Roxy kicking ass, you got
Yeah.
Rachel Rose ass, you got Marsha, man. Met Nyla Rose at one of the shows. You got the women kicking ass. Then you got, like I said, Mysterious Q. You got Aaron Mercer. You got Gino. You got BK. You got Remedy. Man, the list goes. Fuck, the list goes on and
Yeah.
on. You got Max Heights. You got golly, man. It's just so much talent in that. And then what I love about it is, bro, from day one, New Texas Pro, the promotion has made me feel like family. So
Yeah.
the wrestlers, even crazy ass nasty Co, you know what I'm saying? Kiefer, dude, they made me feel like they really made me feel like family, man. And I just, you know what I'm saying, I really appreciate that. So that's how everything kind of came to be with New Texas Pro.
Word. And I do agree with that. It's just anytime that I've been to any of the shows or whatever, I was at Astroworld as well. And you be coming up with some crazy ass names. I think the one after Astroworld was like Bohem or Boham or some shit like that.
Yeah. I got all the posters, so it's crazy because the other posters are in my car, which my car is in the shop because I got hit last month. My car's still in the damn shop, but I got all my posters like in the trunk of the car, like this the Elijah one poster
Mhm.
here, that I got,
Yeah,
and
that was
then
a pretty dope show.
yeah, and then this was
And that's the one we just came from.
yeah, this is the one that just happened Saturday. So yeah, bro, I'm a huge New Texas fan, pro fan. Once me and the wife get settled and everything like that, get the crib, man, I get another man cave. I'm gonna put them all up in my man cave. So
Word. Yeah, and it's just like you were saying, just what I've observed of the fan base that comes there or whatever. I mean, there's a ass load of regulars that come.
yes,
It's just like you start to get to know people faces and some people's names and everything like that. And then even like you said, the wrestlers, when they come to the shows or whatever, I mean, sitting there and having a full on conversation with people in the crowd or whatever, just hanging out after the show sometimes and just chilling, talking and whatnot.
and you just hit something that I failed to mention was the people that I've met. And I made a post about this on Instagram the other day. But the people that I've met, like the fellow wrestling fans that I've met, um, with going to New Texas Pro, man, I love it, dude. I love it. Like you go in there, you chop it up, with another fed and stuff like that. It's just super cool. So that's something else that I really like.
Hmm. Yeah, especially like if you in there and you tweet a picture or you post a picture to Instagram and you scrolling through the feed or whatever, and then you see somebody else take a picture from the same place. I was like, wait a minute, motherfucker, I was just
Yeah, that's how I met some people too.
yeah.
Like just like that, that very scenario.
I think that's how the same thing. Me and you, I was just like, wait a minute,
Right,
you at the show too? And I'm looking around. I was like, hold on, he took a picture, and I'm trying to match up the angle. I was like, who? Oh,
right.
he over there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like I said, I met a few people like that. So yeah,
but
good.
speaking of professional wrestling, man,
Yes.
there's a lot of shit going on outside of New Texas Pro, whatever. Shit going on with AEW and all these other different promotions. Especially today. I mean, you heard what happened yesterday and today, right?
Right, the cuts.
All the people just got cut.
Mhm.
Nia Jax and Keith Lee and Mia Yim and
Right.
Scarlett and Karrion Cross and a whole bunch of NXTers. B-Fab, who just got called up to SmackDown.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I think she's the most shocking one to me, and I'll explain why. You just said it. She just got called up to SmackDown.
Mhm.
Now, what I didn't realize, I heard Brian Alvarez bring it up, but she just signed, I guess, a
A
new
new
contract.
contract. Yeah.
So that one, I was just like, wow, like that's crazy, man. It's
Mhm.
like I don't
And it,
know.
and it is unfortunate or whatever, but it's just like through the next 90 days and 30 days for some, I mean, they still getting paid, which,
Right,
is still a good thing,
right,
but it's just damn, they lost their dream job,
yeah,
man. But with the state of professional wrestling right now, you got many in a buku promotions
hmm,
that's out there. One being New Texas Pro.
right,
When
right,
they started showing them names and everything, I started putting their names next to New Texas Pro. I started tweeting them. I was like, hey, bro,
right,
throw a little fetty that way in about 30 and 90 days.
yeah,
But I don't feel I feel bad because I mean anybody lose a job. I mean
yeah,
it is what it is, but I don't feel bad because of the state of professional wrestling as it is right now. If you'd have said if it would have been all this shit maybe what 3-4 years ago, might have been a cause of panic. But
right,
with AEW, even the rise of MLW or whatever, who I believe is going to take up the slack of ROH since they doing they shit.
Yeah, I'm just about to bring them up too, man. Ring of Honor. I hate that they, kind of closing up shop like they're doing. That's rather unfortunate. So yeah, dude, it's yeah, I hate to see that too. I hate to see anybody lose their job because you know, I know how that is. I know most of us adults know how that is anyway.
Yeah.
So especially with what's been going on, with the pandemic and all that. So yeah, bro. I hate to see that.
But I mean, in the ROH's defense or whatever, I mean, that company been paying their wrestlers this whole time since the pandemic
Right.
started, even when they weren't performing and whatnot. So I mean, that's commendable. But now it's kind of, I guess, coming back to bite them in the ass because
Yeah.
Sinclair Broadcasting is in what $12.8 billion in debt right now.
I didn't
So
know that. Yeah.
that's kind of why ROH is kind of getting the cut or whatever. They're not going away completely, but they're taking a hiatus, a siesta,
Yeah.
until they can come back with a better plan and whatnot. So
Yeah. I heard they say something. They said what, maybe April. They're gonna shoot for April to come back.
yeah,
So yeah, I did hear about
I
that.
mean, we try to be optimistic or whatever, but I mean, you talking about a company losing 12 point some odd $1 billion. I mean, that it doesn't seem likely that that's going to be something that the ROH will bounce back from. But what
Right.
in that same vein, though, I mean, people are being let go from there, and they're gonna have to go out and make their bones in other companies or whatnot. Who are you most excited for from to see come from ROH and go out and do other things? I know the Briscoes is at the top of a lot of people's list because it seemed like them motherfuckers don't never go nowhere.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you who I want to see. Shane Taylor Promotions.
Yeah, that was another staple that a lot of people was talking about. Him and the people surrounding him.
Yes.
Who I didn't know was from Houston.
Who?
Shane Taylor. He from
I didn't know
Houston.
that.
Me neither.
I didn't know that. Somebody else I'm a huge fan of in Ring of Honor is Jonathan Gresham.
Oh boy, I think that's what everybody's waiting to see. What the hell he gonna do?
Yeah, man, I like that cat. He was one of them people, man. I made a tweet. I put a tweet out there. When was that? I think it was Tuesday. I put a tweet out there saying, I just named a list of wrestlers, man, that I want to get in the weight room with and hit the weights with. And he was on that list of people that I would like to work out with. So yeah, man, I'm a big fan of his. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna do and what the future will hold.
Yeah, it's you talking about weights or whatever. That dude looked like he just been eating them shits. You talking about what 6 meals a day? He eating 6
Yeah,
plates.
he a beast, man. Him and Jordan Grace. So
and it's crazy to see them transform or whatever because freaking goddamn both of them. I mean, they were fit, but like now it's just like crazy or
yeah,
whatever. It's just like she don't have an inch of body fat on her no more.
right.
And damn him, he ain't got no neck. his shit, you did a turtle. He was like, he just head and shoulders now. He look
Yeah,
like he remind me of in a way Tomohiro Ishii. He just got it's just head and neck. Just
yeah, bro. So yeah, they were on that list, man. Because I like work. I love working out, but I love working out with other people as well, just to try to pick their brains. They can pick my brain, and maybe it's something that they're doing different that I can benefit from, and maybe it's something I'm doing different from them that they can benefit from. So
yeah. Because I think what you usually work out with Gino and Hugh, right?
So I have not worked out Mysterious Q yet. Mysterious Q, come on, bro. We need to get in the weight room, man. But now I usually work out with Gino Medina, man. Man, he's an awesome workout partner, dog. We chop it up, man. We laugh. But we take care of business too, bro. We get in there and we work hard. So I got the videos of us working out. They're on my Twitter and my Instagram as well. So yeah, man, it's a pleasure working out with Gino.
Yeah. What do you think is the next step for that guy? Because I mean, he has the tools and whatnot.
Oh
And
yeah,
even from the last show that we were in, he had the ladder match and everything. Dude was hurt.
right.
It was still working. I was just like, I don't know why you would do that, but I understand why you do that.
Right. Right.
But I
Man,
mean,
oh,
yeah, I see big things on the horizon for him with a couple of other people down there, but him.
I, I think the sky the limit for Gino, bro. Um, I really do. Whatever he want to do, man. I don't know if he want to go. I don't know if he's aiming for WWE. I don't know if he's aiming for AEW, New Japan. He's an MLW now. Bro, I don't know, but the sky's the limit for that guy, bro. I'm proud of him, man. I am. But yeah, anything he want to do, dog, he can definitely do it.
Mhm. And being with these guys, going to the New Texas Pro Show or whatever, is just like it blows my mind the talent that comes through there. And
Oh yeah,
then it's crazy because just about everybody that we've seen since Astroworld, all the way up until Hocus Pocus the other weekend,
yeah,
just about everybody that been on those shows has been on AEW at some point, or MLW, or anything like that, or even ROH. So
right.
it's just crazy to see that that talent pool that we get down here in Houston.
I will say this, man, and I know you hadn't asked me anything about any other like wrestling or any other like promotions or nothing like that, like indie wise. But I'm gonna bring up my boy, man, since we talking about people in New Texas Pro. But there's a guy out there by the name of Eric Royal. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, the Ace God, Eric Royal, but he wrestles Carolina, he wrestles in Georgia. I don't know if you ever heard of Action Wrestling, but they're
Yeah.
from Georgia. So he's their champion.
Okay.
So me and Eric go way back. Me and Eric was in the Air Force together. I've been knowing Eric since 2004. So and that's actually how we met, bro. I don't know how it happened. We were in the dorms one day and walking by each other, and I guess we just started talking or something. And we both found out we both like wrestling, man, and we've been good friends ever since. So he's been kicking ass. I think he has a show tonight or tomorrow night, but dude, he's wrestled Trevor Lee, which
Mhm.
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron
So
Grimes.
yeah, him and
Yeah. To
they
the moon. Whoa. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So they trained together in North Carolina. So he's wrestled him, man. He's wrestled the Barbarian. I mean, dude, he's wrestled Too Cold Scorpio. I think he's wrestled MVP.
Shit, Too Cold Scorpio is just like wrestling everybody right now.
Yeah, yeah, man, yeah. So yeah,
Him
bro.
and Ricky Morton.
Yeah, but yeah, my boy Eric, man, I would love to see him down here in New Texas Pro, man, and get a match with one of the talented um people down here, man. Whether it's Q, whether it's BK, Mercer, Gino, Max Heights, whoever, bro. Like T Ray, anybody like that, bro. So,
Shout outs to T Ray, man, proposing to his old lady, man.
oh yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Yeah. My wife was like, "Did you record it?" I was like, "Man, I felt like that was kind of private or whatever." I know that, but there was other people doing it too. She's like, "But it's for their memories. You could have sent it to them." I was like, "Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking about it."
Right, right, right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know what the hell was going on, and she's a smaller lady. I thought that was his kid, man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, I didn't even see what they were doing. I just turned around and saw him on one knee in front of her, and then I knew what was going on.
Yeah, because he brought her in the ring and there was wrestling. They was doing some spots and shit or
Mm,
whatever. She came off the ropes to hit your man with a shoulder tackle, and he flipped over and shit and took the back bump. And then when
right.
he was getting up, he stayed down on one knee. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it
So
was.
I have it committed to memory. For whatever. So
But they still wanted you to record it though.
yeah, whatever. Maybe next time you can do it again, so we can kayfabe it up, put it
So
on the pay per view.
yeah, for sure.
But
Dude,
shit. So I
I like
mean, who else on there? I mean, T Ray is another good one. Retired. He just retired most recently from the army. So
this, and I didn't find that out until Saturday at the show.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
JJ, he's a fellow Air Force man,
Yep. Him chopped
airman.
a couple shows ago. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with him and Fly Death.
Oh yeah. Because New Texas Pro has just introduced a tag team title tournament.
When they
So
do that,
that's coming up. They was trying to announce it at the Hocus Pocus show, but shenanigans with JJ Blake and all this shit. So
Right. Yeah. I'm interested to see that. Oh.
But we got BK there, who I think there's tremendous upside to that guy. And then
Oh,
we got
he's a busy.
hell yeah, he had a match the day of the show for Booker T over at ROW. And then he came down and did the New Texas Pro Show. And then the next day, I think he went and did another. This dude is always working.
But he got some other shows coming up too, man. I seen on his Twitter. He definitely got some other shows coming up too. So
yeah, he is getting around now. So people starting. I got to talk to him on the show. He's talking about it was crazy that somebody flew him out somewhere, and he was like, "I didn't." He didn't know how to feel about that.
Hey man, you better get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I watched the match with him on I forget what it was. We talked about it. I think he was on Main Event or 205 Live or some shit like that.
Yeah, I saw that
In
match.
Corpus Christi.
Yep.
He fought TJP, and that was just like I wasn't expecting that. I was just like I was flipping through because if you go to what is it, cagematch.com or .net or whatever, they got everybody's statistics and everything. So you can go to a person and it'll show all the matches that they had and shit, And I was like, TJP, let me look at the shit.
Yeah, I saw that match.
Man had the button up on and everything. I call them the barbershop shirts because they had the pockets.
Right. They said the barbershop shirts.
But I know BK gonna take off and go do great things or whatever. But what do you think about Mysterious Q?
Man, I'm a huge fan of Q, dog. I'm a huge fan of his, bro. That man can move for a guy his size. That dude moves like a cat, bro. Like some of the stuff he does is like somebody way smaller than him should be doing. So yeah, man, that dude is talented. I want to know if he gonna start selling his masks. I think he should start selling them because I forgot to ask him. And I'm like, dude, I should ask him, dude, you selling your mask? I want to, put one on for Halloween because I already had a shirt.
Yeah.
Rock his mask for Halloween. He was at if he had some for sale. But no, man, he's another one. He's another one that's busy, man. QB wrestling like up in New York and some everywhere, man. So yeah, man. He's another one, dog. He dog, bro.
Goddamn Kiefer and JJ. When I was here when they had the Elimination Chamber here. And that's when Becky was running around, starting to turn into the badass that she is now.
Right.
She jumped the barricade and attacked Charlotte. And JJ and Kiefer was the security that escorted her out. And I was in the crowd like, I know them.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's what's up, bro. That's good, man.
And I'm telling my wife, I was like, look, they was on my podcast.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But shit. I had something. Then I got excited about Kiefer and JJ. Fuck it. I don't know what else to talk about unless you got something.
I don't know either, man. I don't really know what to talk about else either, man. Football, I guess maybe. I don't know, my boy.
We ain't gonna do that. We gonna start wrapping it up then. New Texas got a show coming up in Dallas, which unfortunately I ain't gonna be able to go to. Plus, I got a wedding that weekend too that I just found out about.
Okay.
Well, I didn't just find out about it. I knew about it that it was coming up, but I had to move shit around for work.
Got you.
Because I was like, yeah, man, they got a wedding in November, and then work was like, hey, man, we need you to work these days, and I was like, all right, cool. Then I was like, wait a minute, got a motherfucking wedding to go to,
and
Siri got activated. Come on, don't be doing that to me. And
one possibility I see is activate Ozone Sauna Studio on Southwest Freeway in Houston.
No, we don't want to do that. But yeah, shenanigans. So, are you going to make the trip?
I will be there. Me and my partner John, we going carpool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that show, bro. I get to see, man. Look, I get to see Trisha Dora.
Yeah.
Hers. So I get to see her live for the first time. I'm super amped about that. My girl Faye Jackson, dog. I've been a fan of hers for years. And I'm hoping to get to meet both of them and get a picture with them.
Yeah, maybe work out in the gym.
Calvin Tankman, man, dude.
Yeah, I seen him. He was at the Astroworld show. So
Yeah.
yeah.
First time I ever even heard of him or knew about him or anything. And bruh, that man a beast, dog. So I'm
Yeah,
looking
he
for
is.
BK Tangle. So yeah, bro. I'm definitely looking forward to that show. Alley Cat, somebody else I'm looking forward to seeing. I think she got Rachel Rose, I think.
I think so too.
So yeah, I know Trish is going against Roxy.
Yeah.
So
I want to see we got kind of gypped out of it or whatever. Unfortunately, Darius Lockhart didn't
yeah.
make the Hocus Pocus show because he had a concussion and shit.
So Darius, I've been knowing Darius for years, man. And I met Darius through my boy Eric Royal. I was telling you about the actual heavyweight champion because they wrestle in North Carolina. So I've been knowing Darius for a few years, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him get here to Houston, man, and wrestle BK. It's like we done had two instances where they were supposed to wrestle, and unforeseen circumstances happened. And hope we can get that match soon, bro.
Yeah, I need to see it. I
Yeah.
need to see it with my eyeballs.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it, dog. I know he has a match or had a match here recently with Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
Which is somebody else that has been a New Texas Pro a few times.
Yeah.
It's cool as hell. So yeah.
So like how after the show everybody usually hanging out or whatever. I think he fought Lee Moriarty at Astroworld or one of the ones after that.
BK fought Lee at Astroworld.
All right, yeah. So I don't know if you stuck around after that, but them two dudes, even after the show, they were still in the ring wrestling each other and shit.
I didn't see that. I chopped it up with Lee for a little while, and then I think I ended up dipping. I ended up leaving.
Yeah, but dude, I stayed after, and those two, like after the show was over, everybody cleared out and everything. They got back in the ring and started wrestling each other again.
Wow.
And it was just crazy. They was just like chain wrestling and grappling each other and shit. And it was just fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. I can believe it. I'm glad to see Lee on AEW though, man. I saw him Wednesday night. I about to say last night, but Wednesday night, Matt Sydal and Leo Rush and Dante. Damn, what's Dante last name?
Martin.
Yeah.
Martin.
So I think they got a match. What, tomorrow?
Tonight, maybe.
Tonight, dude. I'm tripping, bro. I don't know why I'm thinking today Thursday.
I wish it was Thursday. I had an extra day to do some shit.
I don't. Give me this Friday, man. I'll take it all day.
Yeah.
All day long. But yo, I do want to say a big thank you to New Texas Pro, man, for letting me hold the belt up for the main event, the Monsters Balls match, last Saturday, and then present the belt to BK, after he won that hard fought match, man. I ain't think BK was gonna make it through the match because Remedy
was fucking everybody up.
I thought BK was done. But yeah, man, it was a pleasure and an honor to be able to do that, man. I love working with New Texas Pro and being a fan, and yeah, dude, it was just amazing.
Word. And before we ride out of here and everything, I know you said it earlier, but remind everybody again where they can find you on social media.
Yes, go to Instagram. Grizzly Grey Gainz is my Instagram, and then my Twitter is Grizz with one Z. Great Gainz, and then the Gainz is with a Z as well for both of them. So that's it, man. Y'all can find me, shoot me a DM. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want some workout plans, fitness advice, anything like that. If you just want to chop it up about wrestling, you want to chop it up about Memphis Grizzlies basketball, Tennessee Titan football, get at me.
Yeah. What flavor of gummy worms to get?
Bruh, so hold up. Speaking of that, let me show you the stat. So this is where them gummy worms came from, right? You see this big ass bag? You see that? That's where my gummy worms came from, dog. So I usually eat these like in the middle of my workout because they're fast digesting carbs. So with the fast digesting carbs, man, they good. They get in your bloodstream. Sometimes they, I don't want to say they help you get a pump, but it's just good to have those fast digesting carbs, man, while you working out. So
Word.
It came in through the clutch. I think Gino and Roxy Gina
Yeah,
was
they
right.
ate all your shit.
Yeah, they finished them off because I didn't even eat them all. Like Keeper had some. Um, um,
So
oh man. Oh,
you know, back in the day when they used to have the dude walk around with the candy in the locker room or whatever for the wrestlers or whatever. That's Grizz. He be walking around with the gummy worms and shit.
look,
What's up, player? You want some of this?
man, look, Cole Raddick had some. Keeper, Max, Rike, everybody had some.
See that boy slanging the gummy worms, baby.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, so I'll bring them to the next show. I'll bring them to 25 lighters.
Word. And
Yes.
I will see you there, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Look, I appreciate you, my guy, for having me on your podcast, bro.
Man, I appreciate you giving me your time, homeboy.
Man, anytime, bro. Anytime, man. Thank you.
And
Thank
and as it is for every guest of the Random Realms with Rob, the door is always open for you to come back to promote your next big thing or just to shoot the shit.
you. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man. I would definitely be back.
Word.
All right.